A guide to distracting on Dandy's World. First thing, you need to know how stealth works. Stealth on Dandy's World is really complicated to explain, but I recommend distracting with tunes with stealth to 2-3-star stealth. Here's a somewhat outdated stealth chart. Tunes to beware of when distracting is Shermpo, Yada, V, Goob, and Brightney, because these are the tunes that usually get in my way. You also need to know what an island is. AM Island and Dandy's World are the big crates in the middle of some maps, kids' tables, and anything that's out in the open. You also don't need to distract with an island depending on the map. Now trinkets. I recommend speed trinkets so Speedy Shoe, Dog Plush, Pink Bow, and I see some people use Dial's trinket. Kiting. Kiting is when you distract with no backup, so dual run with a distractor if main distractor dies. If you kite, you have to know how to distract mains. Pebble is hard for me, but I can kite him as Louie. Craft Siblings and Gigi, all these twisteds have an ability. For all of these twisteds, you need to distract with an island. If not, you will get hit. Next, before they use their ability, go behind or far away from the twisted, but don't lose the twisted. Don't feel bad if you can't distract the Craft Siblings or Gigi at the start. They are very hard to distract, so just practice. Finding the twisteds. If you don't have a V or Brightney, I recommend picking up the Capsols. If there's a backup or your backup, then make sure the backup or you take the twisteds to main distractor. What tunes do I use? You may ask. I use Louie, Eclipse, Pebble, sometimes Brightney. I can distract a little with Shelly and Goob. You need tunes that are fast or somewhat fast. I recommend using Louie or Goob if you don't have Pebble Research. Old Stamina Chart. You can also use R-End, but only off floors to distract. When do you go into the Yell? I recommend going to L around 15 to 10 seconds left for low stealth tunes and everybody else to get in the Yell. Practicing. Find time to practice distracting. Use a tune you're used to using. Join small runs or friends, then slowly get bigger as you get better. Remember, don't rush yourself. Distracting takes time to learn. What do I do if I don't know how to distract Pebble? Pebble is fast, so use a fast tune if you're planning to go on high floors. The higher the floor, the more likely a main twisted. Anyway, I'll speed this up and somewhat speed up the one I did as Lou. The one for Lou is an example. It's a longer run, so it also lasts longer time-wise. I'll also point out some things in the Louie one I think will help. I couldn't figure out how to cut, so I just shortened this video. Might sped up Louie gameplay. I had a V in this run, so here with Lou distract with 1 or 2 hearts. His ability makes him, if he loses a heart, he'll get faster. Here's an example of an island.